God, I feel like John Bon Jovi. Thanks, man.
All right, so everyone is basically just shooting love at you right now. How's it going? I've heard some offers to produce children from the audience. You may not know. The con's not over yet. It's not over yet.
We leave in an hour, so I'm sure we could squeeze something in.
Excellent choice of words, Mr. Smith.
Does that approach generally work?
It works for him. It doesn't work for anybody else. But congratulations on an amazing series, last series, you guys. I mean, I think you see here, you know, whatever, 6,000 people here all waiting in line to see you guys. How much of an impact the show has had. So, Steven, you actually, I was talking to you in the green room and I'm like, how are you enjoying the con? And you're like, I've just been writing in my hotel room the whole time. So has that been your entire con, just putting words into their mouths?
Yeah, that's more or less my entire life, actually.
Okay.
And it's very nice to meet 6,000 new people because I've been very lonely. Thank you all for coming.
How do you manage to, I mean, you know, I'm always, you look at a show like The Simpsons, you go, well, they've gone like 20-some seasons, how do they keep it fresh, how do they keep it new? You know, Doctor Who's coming up on its 50th anniversary next year, so. And no one is a bigger Doctor Who fan than you. So how do you manage to keep all those facts in your head and then still keep the show fresh and drive it forward and not tread on old territory?
Well, I try not to have any kind of a life. Which, as a Doctor Who fan, I found came naturally. I don't know. I've got loads of ideas because it's Doctor Who. I've been thinking about Doctor Who since I first saw it.
Yeah.
And now I get to put it on television. I don't find that difficult. I bet everyone in this room has Doctor Who ideas all the time.
They do.
That's why that wasn't an invitation.
No, if you see Steven in an elevator, he loves it if you shove scripts at him or tell him ideas at you. But Matt, I mean, you know, the Doctor, you've done such a wonderful job. And we've talked about this before. I mean, the one thing about the show is, but the way that it's managed to stay fresh is that, you know, the show kind of cycles through new people and we get attached to people, but, you know, instantly, episode 1, people were way on board. Matt Smith. How's it been the last couple of years?
It's, you know, I mean, I can say unequivocally, it's transformed my life. It's changed my life, and working with these guys who have become, you know, my firm friends. And we've got the wonderful Caroline Skinner now, who's doing a great job, has great taste. It's in good hands, fear not. And you know, so it's every day is a joy. And I mean, I just quickly like to say though, I think if the world was a bit more like Comic-Con, it would be a better place, right? You know, from like the Tumblr to the Nerd HQ thing to all the support you guys have given us. It's been overwhelming. And Who fans shout the loudest.
Yeah.
So thank you.
If the whole world were like, it would certainly be a world with more medieval weapons in it.
Yeah.
More like...
And, you know, people dressed up and coloured hair and everything. And a lack of cynicism about it.
Well, but that's the spirit of Comic-Con. It's like, that's why it's so important for us to be able to celebrate all the things that we care about and not be afraid of being judged. But I do have to apologize to Matt. Yesterday, a really awkward thing happened. I didn't think I was going to run into you. Do we have a picture of what happened last night? Whoops. That happened.
I was like, it's a day, it's hard work.
I know.
Where's your bow tie, man?
I have one of those too. I'm pointier. I have more of a tenant face. But I honestly, someone was
It
like,
looks great on you, man. You wear it well.
Someone said, "Oh, you should run into Matt with that outfit." I'm like, "No, I don't want him to." And then I saw you at Zach Levi's thing, and you go, "I see where your heart truly lies." But have you had any time to have fun and relax since you've been to Comic-Con?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's the great thing about Comic-Con, as you guys will know, is it's just 100 miles an hour the whole time. So you do the work, and you hang out after it. And what's great is I met Peter Jackson last night, and you get to meet your heroes, right? Whether you're a fan, whether you're a director, whether you're an actor, and I think that's one of the truly brilliant things about it.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Honestly, I loved it.
So who have you kind of nerded out over the most at Comic?
Bryan Cranston, I love. Seth MacFarlane, I love. I kind of like you.
Oh, stop it! I do have a tweed jacket and the fez and the bow tie at home, but I thought that would be weirder if I ran into you dressed like that.
It kind of would have been.
A little strange. Karen, how's it Comic-Con going for you so far?
Comic-Con has been the most fun ever! I've had the best time just seeing everyone dressed up in capes and stuff. And actually, I was coming down the lift in the hotel this morning next to a Dalek girl, which was really cool. It took us a second to register each other and we both just went, ah!
Do you think, she was like, oh, that's a really good Amy Pond, and you're like, I know. I mean, your characters are, and it happened almost instantaneously, like Kissogram Amy was like right there. You know, when and right here, nice. right there. I go to cons all over the place, and that version of her, that first image that we get of her, it instantly became iconic. I mean, what is it like for you to look out and see a sea of Amelia Ponds?
I'm loving all the ginger hair.
Why do gingers get so much crap in England? We love them here.
I think it's because we're rare and unique. People are just a little intimidated.
Arthur, what about you, man?
Hey,
Arthur!
there's just been lots of that. Like, kind of walk into rooms and there's, I mean, like, we're all losing our voice. We had to have some throat sweets earlier on to soothe our voices because we've just spent the whole time going, and it just kind of brings, I still hear it when I'm sleeping, just kind of people screaming, but it's, you know, it's amazing. And then, yeah, the same thing, you can be in the lift, you're just like, oh, hey Batman, how's it going? It's been very cool.
Well, you've done, I mean, you know, again, I know, again, we've had this conversation before, but I think it's such a testament to you and the character of Roy that, you know, we're so used to the dynamic of the Doctor and his companion. And then some sort of, you know, in some cases, some sort of a romantic tension or something going on. But the fact that, you know, there's this sort of like triad of awesomeness that you are sort of the companion's companion, and people love you guys as a unit. And
Don't die
they weren't
again!
mad that you were taking her away from him. Like they were also so on board for you as a character.
Yeah, no, the response has been, I mean, it's all down to Stephen making it up and making it so brilliant, but you know, we've loved the way that the dynamic between the three of us has progressed kind of throughout the show and developed.
There's so much in this brain I want to take out to see how it works.
You'll do it.
It'll be a crushing disappointment. Bugger all in that.
But you know, obviously, the big news this year is that we are saying goodbye to the Ponds this year.
Yeah.
No!
See ya! All of the pond.
When that news broke, and I saw, I think I've sort of become like the Doctor Who therapist online for people. And all these people are like, what's happening? How could the Ponds be going away? And I had to say to people, listen, it sucks for us, it's sad, we love the Ponds, we don't want them to go anywhere, but this is how the show works, you know? We love people and we have to let them go. So what was it, I mean, that's how the show has managed to live for, you know, 5 decades. But can you tell a little bit about, you know, like what that was like for you emotionally, knowing that the time was coming?
You didn't stop crying.
I didn't stop crying for 2 weeks. In between takes, anything was setting me off.
Yeah.
Pictures set me off.
Broccoli.
The broccoli, tender stem broccoli. Anything. I didn't hold it together, I've got to be honest.
I mean, the thing is, it's been such a huge part of our life, and it's changed our lives. But
Yeah,
it was so exciting to film those final moments, though, because they are great. I mean,
and film them with the Weeping Angels as well, which was just like, come on, you know, he's done a great job of it's a climactic and fitting, and I think a brilliant end to what has become, in my mind, and I'm a bit biased, but my two favourite companions, you know, so... I'm glad to see the back of them, really.
You're gonna miss us.
Yeah, they're out, they're gone, see you later.
Wait a minute. Now you say that now, but we were in the elevator and you turned to them and you went, hey, didn't you guys used to be on Doctor Who?
Yeah. You're like, you cut deep, man.
I did it for effect. Listen, I haven't forgiven you for turning up in number 10 last night.
That wasn't mine. I don't know what happened. I was kidnapped. But again, I think, you know, people really need to understand that when you're working, you're in Cardiff, you're sort of isolated and you live in this bubble and you guys work insane hours and you're just all on top of each other's lives all the time. So this really is like, I mean, as hard as it is for you guys and for us to see you go, I know that it's hard for you guys to separate as well.
Yeah.
Don't sound too sure.
No, I was being earnest. I am really sad.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm friends with you all.
I want to take a quick moment to run a clip of some of the finer moments of Amy and Rory.
Yeah.